All right, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. It's funny bits time. What? Funny bits time. Ooh. Super excited for this Friday Eve. Larry thinks I'm funny. That's all that matters. So today, on this Friday Eve, we're super excited because we have the director and two cast members of the hit movie Last Shots. And I am super excited that they are here. Is dope. It's streaming everywhere, by the way. So I don't. There's no excuse on why y'all haven't seen this movie yet. But I'm super excited because Terrence Arlen is here. He's the writer and director. Chris Cream will be in the studio as well, one of the main characters. And Cody and Carter, another main character, will be here. Like, I'm super excited about these guys. Y'all don't know. But before we get to all of that, of course, we got to get to what we do. And of course, that is we got and then there were two. Larry, what's going on?
Yeah, we lost Carl. Carl's got to get his grind on, and
Carl's getting his grind on. He's working. We don't frown upon that. We love him, but he is not with us today. Kayla also, she's getting her grind on too. She's got a job as well. So her schedule does not flow with our Friday Eve schedule, which is all good. So it's two of us. We are here. What's been going on? How was your week?
I've been working every day for the last 2 weeks. So sooner or later, I'm going to take a day off and just do nothing. I've been. I discovered a new burrito place that I like.
Uh-oh.
Well, you ever heard of Bubba Coos Burritos?
No, where are they?
It's in Cherry Hill.
What?
Yeah.
Is it that I don't know about this place and I'm literally down the road?
Yeah, it's near Cherry Hill Mall on the side where Applebee's is. If you go between where Applebee's is and the Wawa, it's a place called Bubba Coos Burritos, and I give them high points because they have shrimp burritos.
Ooh. See, you said the magic word shrimp. I'm happy. That's dope. But yeah, I know why I don't know about this place though, because I do not go over to the Cherry Hill Mall ever.
No, I understand why. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I go by there is because I have Lyft passengers getting dropped off there and stuff.
Right.
So it was one of those days where how you just wake up and you just start working and you don't eat. So you work through breakfast and it gets to lunchtime and you get really hangry. And I just have to be in one of those situations, and it's right there. I was like,
yep.
You know what? Let me go in and try this place out. And it was.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
I'll check it out. If you say it's good, then I know it's got some validity to that. So
I mean, that's only if you like Tex-Mex.
I do.
Okay.
I'm Team Greedy all day.
Yeah.
So come on, Team Greedy. I don't know. It's so much going on, obviously, in the world. I'm very interested in bringing our guests in, so I'm not going to delay that because I really want them in on this conversation too.
Okay.
Along with talking about their fantastic, phenomenal movie that just came out. But I want to see what their thoughts are on the regular stuff, Chadwick Boseman and Blake Jacob out in Kenosha and all kinds of stuff. So without further ado, I'm super excited. The first man up on the intro, obviously, is the writer and director of Last Shot. And also we had him, I don't know if you remember, Larry, were you in the studio with us when we did our show with them previously when first movie came out called Chase Street? We had them in the studio on Funny Bits, and now it's just very apropos that we bring them back in for this second phenomenal film. But let's bring the writer director in here. Terrence Arlen, what's going on?
How are you?
How you doing? I gotta get some sound effects, some applause. I used to have that in the other studio. I don't have that right now.
All good. It's all
How
good.
are you? And like your smile shows everything because I know you're like super like stoked about the response that you've gotten off of this film already.
We just living a dream.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Like it officially what? It's been like what, a week? Not even
7
a week.
days.
Seven days. Yes.
Yeah.
And what has happened in the last 7 days?
In the last 7 days, we sold out in Walmart,
Woo.
Best Buys, and it was picked up on the largest platform in South Africa. Their largest television platform in South Africa.
Yes, talk about it. We're gonna talk about this because I want to get to like your mindset when you started writing it, how the production went. I want to hear everything. So it's going to be all about Last Shot right now. But let's bring in your actors in this film. Yes, two of them were able to join us. They're both on the move. Everybody's busy, but thank y'all for taking the time. So let's welcome Mr. Cody N. Carter to the studio. What's up, Cody?
Hey, what's up, family? I'm happy to be here. I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Yes, blessed and highly favored, sir. And let's bring in Chris Cream here. It's a party. What's going on?
What's happening, good people?
Everything's happening. Y'all tell me. I want the everything. I want the scoop on this. I'm gonna, of course, let Terrence kick it off because I want to hear how this movie even came about and what was your mindset behind it first, and then we'll get into like the juicy details of filming, all that fun stuff, and each of your characters. So Terrence, break it down for us. How did you even start writing this film?
The short version. The short version is I had a concept because I always thought about what I would do if one of my kids wasn't mine.
Okay.
And that's the scenario that happens in the story. You know, you find out 6 years later that the kid ain't even yours, or is it? They don't even know. Okay. So I took it to the absolute extreme with what our character does, but it was just an idea. And then at the time I was bartending, so I was working at a bar, and I was like, maybe I can make this character somewhat realistic to me, and play on it. And it initially was a short film. We had a short film. We filmed for about 2 days, and we was like, we got something special. We shut down production for about 30 days. I had the feature film completed by then, and we got back to work. We reshot everything.
Nice.
We casted everything. So it was
wow. That's fantastic. So what was the actual time frame? Like, break it down. Like, how long did it take from beginning to end process?
I want to say we was probably around like the 6 month range because we were spotty how we filmed. We didn't just film like consistent because we didn't have a real big budget at all. So we didn't have a budget at all. I produced it and we just figured it out. And at the end of the day, it took time, it took patience, it took a lot, but we got it. So. Nice.
That's exciting. Like, I'm so excited. Like, when y'all started posting about it on social media, I was like, yes. Right. What my first question was, though, I'm like, how come I didn't get a casting call notice for this movie is my question. And the second question that I have, when you're ready for your next one, please make sure I get a casting call notice because I'm ready to audition.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm not expecting to get a role. I want to audition. I got the chops. I'm ready.
LaTice going to kick a knot in your catering budget. I wouldn't do it. All right?
Oh, you thinking about craft services?
Craft services. She gonna tear craft services up. I wouldn't do it. All right.
Well, listen,
I'll pack my own lunch. Okay.
We are literally less than 30 days from pre-production for our next film titled Elementary. So auditions will be going up literally probably next month.
Yes. I'm hyped.
I got a question for you.
In your inbox.
But guess who's in it already?
Who?
Cody and Carter and Chris Cream.
Of course. Now wait, is this a totally new movie, or is this a part 2?
No, this is a totally different film.
Woo! Yes. Okay. Well, let's Cody.
If it was part 2, I wouldn't be there.
Right. See, don't ruin it. I didn't see the.
We ain't gonna go into that.
I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting that part out.
Yeah, I do have a question for you as filmmakers. So with the big Hollywood industry, side of the industry, almost kind of shut down right now, does that create more of a lane for you guys to get your project seen, or does it close more doors that it opens for you?
Who want to take that? For me, I think the industry is changing because of the equipment that it's now more affordable. They're making it more acceptable for indie filmmakers. So yes, and then now that they were against the whole mega corporations like Universal and those companies, now there's so many that the push was to get smaller distribution companies, smaller platforms, and then Netflix and those came out of nowhere. So they open up different platforms and different opportunities for filmmakers, period. But I would have to say with the shutdown, it just gave, I guess it gave more platforms an opportunity to really build their thing up, because there was so much content that they were able to pick up when no one else was doing anything. So
yeah, I agree. So Cody, tell us about your character. Who do you play in Last Shot?
Oh, I played the role of Nicholas Ayers.
Okay.
He's a guy, man, just on the road to redemption, just trying to find himself in the midst of losing himself, so to speak. So, he goes through some things. I can't say too much. Y'all gotta see the movie.
Right. Watch the movie. No spoiler alerts.
he goes through his own personal trauma, which he pours out on somebody else and a few other people. And basically just tells his story about how when you hurt people, it affects everybody. Yeah. So it's basically just telling his story about, how karma can look you in the face sometimes. So it's just following him as he's just trying to get his life together. And one thing leads to the next thing. So
yeah, that's so true. It's a ripple effect. Everybody touches everyone in some way. So anybody you meet, you can influence or affect them for sure. Right. Even a person in a Wawa, you can have an effect on someone. That's an important message for sure.
Yes.
For sure. And Chris, tell us about your character. Who do you play in this film?
I don't have an interesting story.
Yeah, right.
All I have is that Smack Williams is the antagonist of the story, and the rest is history. When I'm the type of person that, if you give me the antagonist, I know that he's the person that you're going to love to hate. So whoever that guy is, if I have that role, I just say again.
So you're the Bokeem Woodbine of the movie.
I didn't hear you.
So you're the Bokeem Woodbine of the movie.
Bokeem Woodbine is Chris. He's more me than I am him.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that's right. Yo, you're a straight asshole, yo. I love it. I absolutely love it, yo. I know that's right. He's me. Okay.
I just want to be the first. I just want to be the first Chris Cream. That's it. That's all I want to be. I just want to be better than me before. I don't want to be Denzel. I don't want to be rest in peace Chadwick Boseman. I just want to be me. I don't want to be Cody Carter, as great as he is. I just want to be me. And I think that's essentially what we all must do.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. So let's talk about that. So getting into your characters, did you feel like there was any parallels in your own life with the characters that you played in Last Shot?
Definitely.
For me, it was easy for me to grab a reference because I come from that environment that the Last Shot is based in. So even though I'm not necessarily, street thug, but I come from a street thug environment, and I definitely have friends cut from that cloth. So it's easy to tap into a couple of different personalities to create that guy when a guy like Terrence tells you what he wants out of this role. So when Terrence painted those parameters for me, I just used Camden as my backdrop and a couple of faces and names. Okay, I got him. I know who he is. Okay. And that was how Smack came to life to me.
Okay. And Cody, you said definitely.
Yeah, with me, I was coming home. I was coming home from doing 14 months in county.
Wow.
So Nicholas Ayers, it was like the stars aligned perfectly for this role for me. So
right.
but yeah, so that and I'll delve into that story a little bit more soon. But yeah, last shot was real personal for me. I'm not a killer by any means, but I definitely could relate to the person Terrence wanted me to portray. So it was just more or less just tapping into, that inner hurt, because I was really going through some hurt. So it was just more or less just jumping into that. And I hope that was conveyed when y'all watched them, because it was definitely personal. Yeah.
Do you feel like in filming it that you were healed in any way?
Definitely. I mean, I feel like, I always say this, man, entertainment saved my life, because despite whatever happened in life, one thing that never left me was my craft.
Okay.
So I always feel healed when I'm delving into a character, so that's why Last Shot was very personal. Because I felt like, this was so meant for me on so many levels, because I lost so many things in life, but I never lost my love, my passion, my drive to pursue entertainment at all. So it definitely was a lot of healing, and also it spiraled me to inspired me to finish my book that I titled My Last Shot.
Okay.
So it definitely was some healing involved, and then meeting with Terrence and building the brotherhood me and him built. He helped me on a lot of different things as just a man in general. So this whole everything was healing overall.
Good.
For sure.
So,
I want hugs.
I know, right? So, it's funny too, because I as he was saying that, I was thinking about putting up this picture of the three of y'all that I found on Cody's thing, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. So so you guys have been friends for at least 4 or 5 years now? Longer, maybe?
3
years.
4 or 5 years ago.
So
we became brothers real quick.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I like that. So I was gonna ask Terrence, so even writing this, I'm just trying to think. Okay, so in writing it, in your thought process, your initial thought was, what if this was a scenario that I had to deal with? Did you go personally with it, and then that's how you wrote it, or were you thinking generally?
I wanted a general message that you never know, because you never know how somebody's gonna react to something. And the nicest guy in the wrong situation can react. And once again, you got to pay for one bad mistake, and that's all it takes. One bad decision can end your life that quick, and that's kind of how this story is.
Right. So
that was more or less what I wanted people to understand. It don't take much to end your life. You can have a great thing going. You could be in Hollywood doing the greatest thing, and a car accident could kill someone, and you're in prison.
Right.
So that's the story I wanted to tell. I want to tell a story to make people think that, hey, let's better think some situations, and especially when it comes to these young ladies and for males, a male's point of view. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. You got It's scary out there.
Well, it's scary. I mean, and that goes to like thinking about our present times. Blake Jacob out in Kenosha, dealing now like 7 shots to his back, and now he's hospitalized, paralyzed, and he wasn't even the person that the altercation had stemmed from. So it's like dealing with all of that, being a Black man in America, being Black, period, is scary in itself. So what are your thoughts about like right now what's happening in our country?
It's sad that we kind of feel like we're trained to go outside, to when a cop pull you over, put your hands on the steering wheel. I got to change my voice. I got to sound pleasant. I gotta, it's sad that we as human beings have to feel like we have to act or conduct ourselves a certain way, or things is just could end terribly wrong. But I just feel like me and Cody was just talking about this yesterday. You can't put people in the wrong community. They don't understand the people. They don't understand the culture. And then, they don't understand the energy. And to not be from a place and to have to police a place that you're not from, I think it's just totally backwards. But they do it with the military too. Mm-hmm. They send kids from California to New Jersey and New Jersey to California, just so that, they're not common to these people, and I think it's backwards. I think, we need to be more understanding of our situations and our areas that we're in to be able to grasp and really get it under control if it's out of control.
Yeah. And then the other side of that is the empathy of it all. You have police officers that just don't have empathy for just human life, is what I feel, and then on top of that, being Black is an extra, it's just an extra problem on top of the fact that they don't have the sensitivity training. They don't have, you know what I mean? It's just so much.
You kind of gotta like back up and take the bigger picture as well. It's like, after how many decades of, this type of activity, are we going to just figure out, they know what the problem is. They have no interest in fixing it. And we got to do something outside of the system to fix it, because obviously they know what they're doing. They have no problem with it, and they're not making any moves to fix anything.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. I mean,
so that was one of my questions for a while. And I was asking, the question was, we went out and we marched and we got some changes, but they still kept doing it. And then now, we were out there tearing some stuff up and they burning down police departments and stuff like that, but they're still doing it. So at what point in time is something like what needs to happen in order for them to really understand that this is going to stop? And I would hate for it to ever see like another civil war or something like that, but it's almost as if they're okay with that happening.
Mm-hmm. Well, with the leader in place, he's all about the militia. But my thing is, the March on Washington took place, I believe, over the weekend. Did you guys hear anything or see any coverage on it?
I did.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Chris, did you say yes?
No.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure something just happened. I don't know if it was Sunday or if it was Saturday, but another march happened. It was peaceful, but the coverage wasn't there.
But you kind of got to understand that,
Oh, you're talking about the DC. You're talking about the DC, the March on Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're talking about DC, the March on Washington.
Yeah. Yep. Did you hear anything?
The anniversary. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Okay. I haven't seen much, but I did see some. I saw some coverage over the weekend. I did see some of it.
Cool.
All right.
Because I'm like, but
not a lot.
Right. There wasn't a lot of coverage, which, I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
You also got to understand how much crazy shit is going on right now. You had 2 hurricanes hit Louisiana. We didn't see a whole lot about that after the first day. And I'm pretty sure things are still messed up down there. We got half of California on fire. We got, riots. We got all the RNC. We got so much crazy out of pocket shit going on that
right.
You know.
Right.
Yep. And on top of that, Trump said he was going to
let me ask you a question.
Kenosha. Go ahead.
Of all those things that are definitely happening outside of our space bubble, as we look optically through a lens to see all of those things, when you step out of your front door, when you're in your space bubble at home, none of those things particularly affect you directly. I think we always have to be cognizant of how much intake we do of that, because the stress level that we bring into our space bubble can change our own reality just by absorption alone. And it could be thousands of miles away from us that we're absorbing. So we got to be mindful of how much of that we absorb. Like, so thank God over the summer here, I've had a lot of great things happening that have been able to take away my focus from so much of that disparaging news, because it wears on you. And if you're looking at the glass half empty, you'll never see the full part. And I know we just dropped movies, our grandson, birthday. Every time I look out the door, something positive is in my life, regardless of what I'm looking at on the news. So I'm never going to allow the news of the day to dictate my emotions. Bob Marley said it best when he said in Redemption Song, how long shall they kill prophets while we stand aside and look? He touched on everything we're living in. He touched on those things in song. So I kind of like hold those things true. I don't worry about atomic energy because they can't stop the time. So everything we're living in, it comes to pass. So I'm not going to stress in the moment. I'm going to absorb it and redefine and wait to come up. That's it. Every single time. And I heard a quote through this whole entire pandemic that we're living through that's different for any of us, and it made perfect sense. And it said, even in destruction, destruction is a form of creation. Destruction is a form of creation. That was so prophetic to me that I stopped and looked at everything that was happening in the world. And even after something is torn down, something beautiful can come from it. So we just have to focus forward and not stay in the melee of the moment to stay positive and not affected by the negative.
Drink to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was powerful.
I meditate heavy, okay? You have to keep your mind clear. I was just talking about this morning and saying you have to set clear intentions on every day so that you can essentially you are creating your reality.
Well, on that note, on the note of like talking about more positive things, I want to ask you guys, what inspired you to get into filmmaking? Who did you see? What film did you see that made you think, you know what, I can do that. I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. Who you want to go first?
Go ahead, Terrence.
Oh, I was a fool all my life. I was a fool. I was terrible in school. I couldn't shut up. They called me motor mouth. I was always entertaining people. So I got into comedy in like 2006, and that was the first opportunity for me to stand in front of people and entertain. And I was like, man, this is the business. And the film industry was something I seen on television and always thought about it like I want to do it. And when I got a taste of it, I was like, oh, I was supposed to be here. So I've been entertaining my entire life.
That same here. I started acting involuntarily. You know, I was just a hyperactive ADHD kid, you know. And I used to just reenact everything that I used to see on TV. And my mom got a funny story. When Bebe Kids came out, I used to run around the house acting like I was a Bebe kid. And she was I don't know if I had to pamper him, but she said I used to reenact that. You know what I'm saying? And that was before I even did my first stage play when I was 8. And I did my stage play by accident, you know, because somebody had got sick in music class when I was in 3rd grade. So I always wanted to be an actor, but I didn't know it, you know. And I got back into it at 13 and just been doing it ever since. And my motivation just really been, I never really found inspiration from other people, because I know, like, you know, everybody got their own story. Some people, you know, are not even who they are. Like some people names not even really their name. So
right.
I always found inspiration, honestly, just in my own family. Like I just looked around, I knew nobody was into this lane, and I just was like, let me try something different. I just fell in love with it, and just kept going from there.
That's awesome. And what about you, Chris?
Pretty much a similar story. I don't think you wind up in this craft. I think you are born in it. I think just like comedic timing is something you either have or you don't have. You could be funny but not have comedic timing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was funny, but somebody else needs to deliver that because of the timing aspect. Same thing goes for anything in this entertainment genre. I think you're born in it. You're born to it because just like Cody, just like T, you that hyperactive ADHD kid that can mimic any voice, any actor, anything that you saw, you can run it back the second you see it, just like they did it. And your parents and your people around you, they just think you're hyper. No, that's your craft calling you at an early age to tell you that it's there and to develop it and run with it. I've been on stage for as long as I've been alive. Like my dad picked me up to the microphone to sing the second I could walk. So it's always been some form of fashion of entertainment in my life. And I predate the internet. So I was knocking on doors before there was an internet where you could just be uploading stuff and so on and so forth. And then I had a family. So I left it alone for a while and I was just doing music for some years. And then it found me again because I think it was something that was always in my destiny. So when it came back to me on a previous project, it kept knocking at my door. And I'm like, all right, let me go. And the next thing you know, I'm on a few different shows, like television everywhere and one thing or another, because I had literally put it away. I resolved becoming this regular, just dad dude, 9 to 5. I resolved to that. Like I was cool. And the next thing you know, like, no, I think entertainment still wants you. So to God be the glory on all that. I take no credit for what he's given me. I just want to perfect it.
That's awesome.
Glad you ain't become just a pop.
I still can't believe that, but
right.
Too talented.
Yeah, I'm a pop. That's the biggest. That's everything.
Working on his old man.
Yeah.
Look how he got the old man lean already, yo.
Hey, LaTice, don't fall into that. We Facebook friends. I will go there about some of your posts.
Yeah. You got grandkids too?
About.
Oh, did y'all ever see the post? Would y'all ever see the post where LaTice was having sex and had anal sex and was super glued in the butt?
Yeah.
Oh, see? You see? You see how
right
they
now,
thought it was lube? They thought it was lube and it was super glue?
Right.
Yeah, see? Okay, all right. See? Do you leave me alone? Leave me alone.
Terrence, I told you I could act. I'm going to send you that sketch.
Oh, this shit was hilarious. This shit was hilarious.
The stuff
that shit was hilarious, bro. Hilarious.
With Gerald Benford is up. We have some funny sketches up, so I cannot wait to start filming with him again. Yeah. I didn't know you were going to talk about that one.
That shit was so funny. Yeah.
So how many takes?
I'm a left field kind of dude. You hit me, I'm going to hit you back.
Right. I'm listening.
Was the other guy in the seat with he kept messing up his lines, so he had to do another take, take after take after take?
Yeah. No, we because I was laughing in certain part. I was like, yo, I can't. It took maybe by the third time in the beginning, then I stopped laughing, but I was still wanted to bust out. And just so you know, I was not naked. Okay, there was a sheet around me, and then there was a sheet on top of it.
That's why you were not going to go far. You were not method acting enough in this industry.
Yeah, right.
When y'all got on the bus with the butt, you had clothes on.
That's right.
You know how it works.
Wow.
That's how we do it. It's protective gear. Can't go in there all crazy now. But let's get back to the last shot because y'all Chris hit the left field. But so now it's been out 7 days.
Yeah.
Reviews. Has there been any like real reviews about the film? What are they saying? I'm super excited. Like, I want to hear. So what are they saying?
So our first reviews came from like California, that area. A lot of newspapers and different review companies were writing reviews, and it was receiving, on average, about 3 stars.
Nice.
And the crazy part about the reviews for me, because I love any review because I can only get better from it, you know. So if it's a negative or a positive one, I can only get better. So I read it and understand exactly what this person was thinking. But when I understood the backgrounds of the people or the demographics of the people who was writing these reviews, I said, they not even from our neighborhood, and they giving us 2-3 stars. So I can't be mad at that, because I didn't make this in the light of that those individuals even taking a liking to it. So for
say it,
for
people, white people. White people, the white people will take
My thing is this: damn the reviews. Are people bootlegging Last Shot?
Listen, it has been attempted.
Okay,
it has been attempted. Yes.
Are you sitting in the barbershop and somebody comes in you don't know trying to sell you a copy of your own movie?
Listen, I think right now I would probably be like happy that somebody gave a shit.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly would be happy. Like, wow, they bootlegging our movie.
Oh my God.
Now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm mad but happy.
Yeah.
Right. Like, thanks, but give me that copy. Where'd you get the original?
And how much did you make today?
Right. So let's talk about it. So tell me about this next project that I'm going to be auditioning for. What is this film about?
Oh, Elementary. Elementary is about 2 young kids who get abducted from the same town. One gets abducted inside of an elementary school. Both parents come together and desperate measurements, pretty much saying, we got to find our children by any means necessary. They go to the elementary school. They take over the elementary school, holding everyone inside hostage, pretty much demanding the public that if you're not going to help us find our children, we're going to hold on to yours. That's what the story about.
Oh, let me play one of those mamas. I'm going to do it. All I have to think about is my 5-year-old being missing. I will kill everybody. I will kill them all.
Yeah. Listen, my son, I got a 9-year-old.
They call that overacting.
Yeah.
Chris,
I wrote this story because I had a 6-year-old.
They call that overacting.
What?
Killing everybody.
It's stupid.
So you had a 6-year-old at the time, you were saying?
So I wrote this one because I had a 6-year-old who was cutting up in school, and he got a detention. So after school detention at that. So when his bus was supposed to come, he wasn't on the bus. I didn't know that there was another bus coming. So initially I'm thinking, my child missing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm calling the school. Nobody knew where he was at. 10 minutes later, the other bus pulled up, and I'm like, yo, that was 10 minutes. That was a hard 10 minutes. So
I've had that moment before. It is the scariest thing.
Yeah. So that's where I got this. I was like, man, what if my child was abducted inside of the school? And the twist that's inside this story, Last Shot, most people had to watch twice to really understand it. Okay. This story is another twister, man. It's dope, and the ending is another barn burner, man. At the end, you're not expecting what's going to happen, and it's just one of those dope. It's gonna be a great film.
Okay. Yeah. Super excited. And you said it's called Elementary.
Yeah. Elementary. The young kid is Tori.
Tori. Oh.
Tori's one of the kids who get abducted. So he's our main kid.
All right. So now we have that one. So what else is on the back burner for you? I know this is like you're nonstop. So what else do you have in the works?
Well, we're working on a lot of documentaries right now. I got quite a few documentaries, some mental health documentaries, 2 of them. I'm working on Big Daddy Kane's documentary. And then I also have my book, Circumstances, which is a 4-star book that we're going to be actually working on the film for.
Okay. Fantastic. Speaking of books, Cody, you mentioned you wrote it's called My Last Shot.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you have any thoughts or plans of turning that into a movie?
I I'm gonna have to sit down with Arlen Entertainment one day, you know.
Exactly.
You know, hopefully he ain't too Hollywood for me at that time. He try to charge me like millions of dollars, but yeah, definitely. I think I see that as a project I would do probably like 15, 20 years down the road. Because honestly, I would want my son to play me.
Okay.
I want my son to play. I got a son, Cody N. Carter Jr. And he's already a character. So
nice.
if he follows in my footsteps, that would be a dream come true. Because I always saw like my son playing me like later down the road. But yeah, they're gonna be releasing that soon, like in the winter. They love what's going on with the movie right now, so they're pressing it, getting it together, getting the final edits done, and then that'll be heading y'all way like late winter towards early next year. So
okay,
but yeah.
So we'll have to have you back on once the book is released because we'll talk about that too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be out like on Amazon and everything like that. We'll be able to get it from there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be everywhere. Yep.
Awesome. Dude, congratulations. Super excited. Speaking of Arlen Entertainment, you know I had to grab that real quick. I love that. I was like, oh, you know what? That is better. Hold on, let me get rid of that so you can actually see the whole thing. It's so cool.
LaTice, if it secures you a role in the next movie, would you get that logo tattooed on you somewhere?
No.
Ooh.
That was not even this took me 2 seconds to think about that.
I don't think I would do it.
Tattoo, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Maybe I would get it as a form of henna. One of those.
Wear the t-shirt. Just wear the shirt. Just wear the t-shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will get the t-shirt. I will buy the t-shirt actually. Support. And yeah.
Get her a kid small.
So I want to make sure everybody knows where they can find each of you on social media. So Chris, real quick, give your social media plugs and anything you want to promote coming up before we let you guys go.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at I am Chris Cream, spelled like it sounds, CHRISCREAM as an ice cream, as well as on Facebook, I am Chris Cream. You can IMDb me under the same name, Chris Cream. And you can find me on Amazon on quite a few things, including Last Shot and about 2 other shows that are up there right now. I'm not going to promote them on the Last Shot interview, but I'm there. Google me.
Chase Street. Chase Street.
Yeah,
Amazon Prime. Chase Street.
Yes. Yes.
It's all good, bro.
That was yours. That was yours.
Chase.
Cody, where can they find you?
Yes, Chase Street, making America more dangerous city. Yes.
yeah. Go catch that. Make sure y'all watch that. But Instagram for me, I am Cody N. Carter. Instagram for me, I am Carter. Why am I echoing? I am CODY, the letter N Carter. Facebook Cody N. Carter. And Facebook Cody N. Carter. And IMDb Cody N. Carter. And just look out, you know. I'm in Mayor of East. Am I echoing? Why am I echoing?
It's like the reverb. I think it might be from. It's like the reverb. I think it might be from
where you are.
Okay, but I'm in Mayor of Easttown. I'm in Mayor of Easttown. That's coming out in September on HBO. And then just look out for me. And a lot coming for you guys. So.
We will for sure. And Terrence, where can we find you?
Arlen Entertainment everywhere. So YouTube. Go to YouTube. Get to see a lot of our content, a lot of our work. Arlen Entertainment. Arlen Entertainment on Instagram. Oh, if you want me to respond to you, Facebook, it's Arlen Entertainment or Terrence Arlen. And Instagram, it's Arlen Entertainment or Terrence Arlen 30. If you Twitter or anything like that, I'm not being rude, but I just don't be on there ever. So I probably would never get back to you.
We gotta get you tweeting.
No, Facebook and Instagram keeps you busy enough. I'm like,
true. That's
Good.
So cool. Well, it was an absolute joy to see you guys again. I'm super excited and so happy for the success of the film thus far. It's only been 7 days out. I'm definitely going to watch it a couple times. I'm getting ready to stream it actually once we're done because I'm off today finally. So I'll be able to relax, and that will be the feature film tonight in my household. So, but yes, definitely a huge supporter. I'm definitely serious about that casting call. I'm ready to audition. So I will be bugging you on Facebook soon as
it go up.
over. Exactly. As soon as I see it go up, I'm like on it. All right. But thank you guys so much. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Cody, for coming in. Much success to everyone. And we're going to be watching you guys. And you're welcome back at Funny Bits anytime, of course. Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
See y'all. Okay, that was amazing. Aren't they awesome?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Like, listen, I met Terrence and Chris a good I want to say 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And we were working on trying to set up a comedy show in Camden at this really cool bar. It just never like lifted off the ground like we wanted to, but Terrence is hilarious. And when he was telling me his story about being in comedy, and he started in 2006, like he had mentioned, and I was just like, yo, this is hilarious. Like, let's work together, let's do this. So I'm super excited that he's already put out Chase Street, now he's got The Last Shot. Like, all of this is really, really amazing to see. So I just, again, super impressed that they're on here. And I'm so serious about auditioning. You know I am, right?
Yeah.
Larry's like, yes, I know, you're crazy all the time. It's
No, definitely. Like, if you got opportunity, go out, and go grab it.
For sure. So I'm going to do my best, but now you know what it is. So today we normally do celebrity birthdays. I didn't want to cut into the time for the Last Shot crew, so we're just going to talk about National Calendar Days today because you're going to crack. Did you see this list yet?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so you already know what I'm probably laughing at. I had to put like a description up for for the first one, well, the second one that I saw, because I was like, what is this? I've never heard of it. Now, y'all know how I feel about National Calendar Days. It used to like be a pet peeve of mine. Now I'm obsessed with this. And today, September 3rd, is Friday Eve. There's two on the calendar for today. One, it's National U.S. Bowling League Day. Have you ever belonged to a bowling league, by the way? I don't think I ever asked you that. No? Do you like bowling?
Yeah, it's fine. I like bowling well enough, but not enough to
a league,
like get into a gang,
right?
And dedicate every Friday night to like to do like the bowling version of West Side Story, and yeah.
Oh my gosh, I like bowling too. I've just never been that committed to it to actually be in a league, but I applaud them for having their own national calendar day. This is awesome. The second day on the national calendar. Okay, so this was very strange to me. So it's National Welsh Rarebit Day. Now, at first sight, I was like, what the hell is this, right?
It's a dish. It's food.
Yeah, I learned, but then it just got more weird, okay? Because the description, it says, oh, what's a rare bit, you ask, basically. So it's actually a Welsh term for rabbit, okay? Similar to mock turtle soup. Have you ever had mock turtle soup?
No.
Okay. And I don't know why they call it mock turtle soup, like mock it's not real turtle in there. So apparently, okay, so it's similar to mock turtle soup, having no turtle in it. Welsh rarebit does not contain rabbit. This dish is made with wait a minute, with toast that has hot cheese poured on it. So I'm confused.
So basically, it's just it's like a very sloppy grilled cheese.
Right, it's an open faced grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Right? I'm confused. I don't understand why
That's basically like Europeans like trying to make something fancy that isn't fancy by calling it like giving it a different name.
Rarebit.
It's like look, let's see. Would you like a grilled cheese? It's it's $3. Or would you like the Welsh rarebit? That's $24.95.
Wow.
It's the same thing.
Isn't any rabbit in there anyway? Like, come on,
it's all in the branding.
I can't.
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
It's the Louis Vuitton of cheese sandwiches.
Right. I'm so over it. So tomorrow has a really, really interesting list. So for Friday, make sure y'all take advantage of this because tomorrow is National Chianti Day. Ooh. So of course, every time I see Chianti, I always think of Silence of the Lambs.
Yep.
Who cannot? You can't not think of Chianti and not think of Silence of the Lambs. It's just
like Chianti, is that like a red or a white wine?
It's red.
Okay.
It's red. I don't really like Chianti though. It's a drier wine, if I remember right. But whatever.
Yeah, I prefer a sweeter wine, and if at all possible, a sangria.
Hello, there we go. You know I'm all for a sangria, and I'll do white or red. I don't care. It's also National Macadamia Nut Day tomorrow, y'all. I like a good macadamia nut.
Actually. Yeah, they're pricey, aren't they?
They are.
Okay.
But when you can get them inside a chocolate chip cookie, that's even better.
Yeah.
That's what I usually end up eating them. Then they're already inside a cookie. Tomorrow is National Food Bank Day. So if you're so inclined, you have some non-perishables at home, drop them off at the food bank. And last but not least, because I'm really going to be drinking my 1800 silver and enjoying Lazy Mom's Day tomorrow. Yay.
Okay, wait. So let's clear this up. Is it moms get to be lazy that day, or it's only for moms that are lazy all year long?
It says National Lazy Mom's Day. I'm assuming that as a mom, you get to just not do anything for one day.
Okay.
That will be tomorrow.
What about all the ratchet mothers out there that don't do anything else the rest of the year? Do they get to celebrate, or do they have to go out and get bust their ass?
There was no side notes on this.
Okay. I need some clarification. I got a lot of questions.
Right, as you always do. Don't look too much into it. Literally, National Lazy Mom's Day. I say we're allowed to have one day to not do anything. So enjoy.
All the mothers out there, if you're getting busy tomorrow, be on the bottom because it's Lazy Mom's Day.
Be on the bottom.
Yeah, just lay there. Don't do anything.
No, well, that's not going to serve anyone's purpose because, being on the bottom, can't just lay there. Don't lay there like a dead fish. That's all I'm going to say. You don't want to do that. So next week is September 10th, which I cannot believe. Not sure if we're going to have a special guest on. It might just be the three of us. Who knows? So that's still TBA. But we will be on next week, September 10th. Super exciting. Also, of course, I have the message of the week. I want y'all to take this with you. I got this. This is actually from the Law of Attraction. Saw this earlier. It says you must match the feeling your desired state in order to attract it. Emit the energy you wish to draw towards you. It's very simple. It's very simple. Like we were talking about earlier, just whatever you want, make sure you give that out, comes back to you. It's real simple, right? Don't you think so?
Yep.
It's like it's very cut and dry. I am super, super excited that we got to do this today. Thank y'all for watching. Let's give our IG and social media information. Larry, where can they find you?
LarryXL.com, LarryXL on Twitter and Facebook, and comedian LarryXL on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. And y'all don't forget, you can still find Satura at Satura _K on IG or on IG under Unknown Healer. Also, Carl Rogers was not here, but he was here in spirit. He's working hard. You can find him on Instagram under I am Carl Rogers, and on Twitter under Mr. Carl Rogers, and of course on Facebook under just Carl Rogers. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And don't forget, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like us, all that stuff. Add us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook under Funny Bits Podcast. You can find us, right? Right. So, Larry, any shows coming up? Like,
No.
open.
No.
Why are you laughing?
Not a one.
Not a one.
None.
I have it's so crazy. This week, actually today, September 3rd, I have so much to do after this show. Okay, so I have a showcase that I'm doing with Off Mic Comedy School, right? We're showcasing all the instructors. I have that. I will be at Punchline, headlining at the 8 o'clock show of Sotoyo and Friends. And then at 10, I will be back in my home in front of Zoom for a special all-woman discussion about everything that's going on in the world, hosted by Tabloid. Find her. She's on Facebook too. So September 3rd is very busy for me. And Saturday, I'm going to be in Homedale at the Drive-In for a comedy show. I think it's about like 6 of us. I know Coleman Green is on there. I know Gene Norris, myself, Ed McGonigal, and 2 other people. I'm so sorry, I cannot remember. But that information is on my social media as well. Find me under LaTice Comedy. That's on everything. And also on my other Facebook page under LaTice Jokes. Find me there. But yeah, that's it. I think, Larry, everything is like just taking its time. It's trickling out, I'm sure, especially now with the indoors opening up, they're talking about entertainment. So are you excited about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, yeah.
Look, it's 2020. You can't get your hopes up about anything, because the next thing you know, the pendulum swings back and kicks you right in the crotch. So
you are right about that. Because,
yeah, just like,
the article
take it as it comes.
Yeah, that's true. But the article, it was so funny because the article that I did read about the governor finally opening up, New Jersey a little bit more and having the indoor open on Friday, tomorrow, on September 4th, for indoor dining. They have promised that back in July. And so a lot of the owners are like, we missed the entire summer. That sometimes we carry the businesses through the winter, right?
We all miss the entire summer. Suck it up, all right? Like, do you want to open up or not? All right. Otherwise, shut up. Just because we're all in the shit right now, man.
Yes,
it ain't just you.
I can't. It's so true. It really cracks me up when people sometimes don't realize, like, everybody, what we were talking about earlier, everyone's affected. We're all just like wondering what is happening with the country. And so no one is alone in this. We're all just here, right?
Yep.
So we did it. that was our show. You know, I gotta start this music up, get us out of here. But you know what it is. This is what we do every Friday Eve. Keep coming back. Subscribe to our channel. Let me throw that up there real quick. Subscribe to our YouTube page, Funny Bits Podcast. We would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a great night, weekend, Friday Eve. It's festive. Do what you can do. I'm about to go drink some more 1800 and get these shows popping. Bye.